Welcome to this Community One Stop for Growth webinar with a specific emphasis on the TDI Equity Investment Program. My name is Jim McKeag, and I am the Deputy Director of Investments and Partnerships with Mass Development's Transformative Development Initiative, or TDI, and serve as the statewide program manager for the TDI Equity Investment Program. The purpose of this presentation is to provide you with important information about program eligibility and funding opportunities as we prepare for the next fiscal year round of the TDI Equity Program and other programs available through the Community One Stop for Growth. This is a collaborative effort between the Executive Office of Economic Development, or EOED, Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities, or EOHLC, and Mass Development. The goal is to create a coordinated approach to reviewing and funding projects that impact communities across the Commonwealth. One of the programs available through the One Stop is the TDI Equity Investment Program, playing a key role in revitalizing underutilized properties in TDI districts. The One Stop for Growth application process is an opportunity for municipalities, nonprofits, and for-profit entities to apply for funding that drive economic development across the Commonwealth. The process is overseen by the Executive Office of Economic Development and its partner agencies, including Mass Development. Mass Development serves as the state's development finance agency and land bank, offering a variety of financing programs to support economic growth. One of these programs, included in this year's one-stop process, is the TDI Equity Investment Program. The TDI Equity Investment Program provides capital improvement grants of up to $250,000 for real estate projects that activate and improve commercial spaces within eligible TDI districts, promote new development and build community wealth, support entrepreneurs, community leaders, artists, developers, and small business owners, and revitalize vacant storefronts and underutilized spaces to create vibrant economic corridors. To ensure project eligibility, we strongly recommend that applicants submit an expression of interest, or EOI. Additionally, applicants should contact the program manager before submitting a full application to ensure alignment with program goals. This program is open to a wide range of applicants in selected TDI districts, including municipalities, special authorities, and community development corporations, community action agencies, and nonprofit support organizations, private property owners, for-profit entities, commercial tenants, and small business owners. How to apply. When applying through the Community One-Stop application portal, the TDI Equity Program can be found under the Building and Infrastructure category. This classification helps streamline applications and ensures alignment with one-stop funding priorities. Project budget and funding considerations. Project budgets. Grants will be awarded up to $250,000 with a suggested minimum project size of $25,000. While lower awards have been made, projects should demonstrate a substantial impact on revitalizing commercial spaces. Funding considerations. The TDI Equity Program uses real estate capital improvements to support the people and ideas that create dynamic places and businesses and promote uses of commercial space that add to the vitality of TDI districts. Eligible projects should 1. Revitalize storefronts or other public-facing commercial spaces. Projects should help improve the property itself, confer a benefit to the users or tenants, and address chronic vacancy and blight. 2. Align with TDI partnership priorities. Most TDI work plans emphasize activating vacant commercial spaces and support for small businesses. Eligible projects may include childcare facilities, markets, grocery stores, and third places that serve as social hubs between work and home. Creative and cultural uses are highly encouraged, such as art and design centers, studios, galleries, and performance spaces, co-working spaces, maker spaces, and shared commercial kitchens, multi-tenant markets, and retail incubators, and culturally relevant food and beverage businesses. 3. Support near-term activation of commercial spaces. Projects must result in a new tenant or use, a commercial makeover, or a temporary activation within 1 year of funding. We will not fund speculative projects. Projects should have a viable, identified use and specific tenant. Community-scale projects that are part of a larger initiative, such as group retail spaces, business recruitment programs, or small-scale manufacturing initiatives may be considered, but must involve an identified project lead, anchor tenant, or master tenant. If you are proposing such a project, please reach out to the program manager before submitting an application. TDI may be combined with other resources, including other TDI tools such as TDI local and technical assistance programs, other mass development and state grant programs, private debt, and equity financing. While the TDI equity program is not intended to simply fill funding gaps in larger mixed-use projects, it can support commercial activations within larger developments. For projects with longer development timelines, applicants must incorporate short-term activations or placemaking strategies to remain competitive. Program guidelines. What is the key information that program reviewers take into consideration? They look for projects that prioritize and accelerate the use of ground floor commercial spaces in meaningful ways, that align with the TDI partnership's vision for the district and relate to the goals articulated in the TDI work plan, that promote equitable economic development, and that deploy resources quickly to create visible change on the ground. What important questions should you be asking? Ask whether the project confers benefits to both the property and the occupants or users of the space, and helps to reposition underperforming real estate by addressing chronic vacancy and blight. The activation of vacant commercial space is typically a core component of most TDI work plans. Ask whether the project jumpstarts new enterprises that directly serve the immediate needs of a neighborhood, or involve innovative uses of commercial space with strong community partners, especially those that add to the creative and cultural assets of the neighborhood. What attachments should applicants be prepared to include in their applications? Applications should include proof of ownership or site control, such as a deed or executed lease. If a business, applicants should submit a business plan, whether comprehensive or lean, that includes basic information about the nature of the business, value proposition, customers, cost structures, and revenue streams. All applicants must submit at least 2 letters of support from members of the local community, including at least 1 letter from a member of the TDI partnership. For a list of members, please contact the program manager. Applicants should submit detailed project budgets, such as financial and operating performance, scopes of work, or quotes from contractors or consultants. These next 3 slides showcase examples of previously funded projects, highlighting diverse project sizes and locations. Rather than discussing each project in detail, I will provide an overview of how different types of communities have successfully leveraged TDI equity funding. Paper City Fabrics in Holyoke. Paper City Fabrics is an online retailer specializing in upcycled fabrics and sewing supplies, offering affordable materials for crafters and designers. To expand their impact, they secured a vacant storefront in Holyoke's High Street district to introduce sewing and fabrication classes. With support from TDI Equity, they built out a sewing school to complement their retail operations, fostering a diverse and intergenerational community of makers. Their application tied in the community aspect of their project, demonstrated a need for the space, and delivered a clear business plan. This project succeeded by effectively integrating a strong community focus, clearly demonstrating the needs of the space, and presented a well-defined business plan. T&T Nails, Attleboro. T&T Nails opened its doors in 2004, and over the next 20 years built a loyal customer base in downtown Attleboro. However, their business was showing its age, and as the downtown demographic continued to get younger, the owners were looking to modernize the interior to make the space more attractive to a younger clientele and more safe and efficient, creating additional stations for new employees. This application was successful because of the owner's connection to the downtown business environment and their efforts to keep up with the district's revitalization. F&J Juice Bar, Revere. F&J Juice Bar Cafe owners sought to acquire the property they had leased for over a decade. TDI equity funds were utilized for property acquisition and renovation, leading them to expand their catering services, extending cafe hours, and building equity locally at a time when real estate prices are trending upwards. This application was successful because it directly supports the TDI program's goal of enhancing commercial ownership and stability for small businesses and leveraged additional private investment. This slide shows the general timeline for the one-stop process. We are currently in the expression of interest phase. Please refer to the One-Stop website for more detailed information. All potential applicants are encouraged to submit an EOI to determine whether their proposed project is eligible and aligns with the TDI program criteria. Important reminders. The TDI equity program is highly competitive. Strong applications will include a clear project scope and site control documentation, detailed budgets and proof of available working capital, consultant and contractor quotes, a well-defined proposed use or tenant strategy, and at least 2 letters of support from local community members, with 1 from a TDI partnership member. For a list of TDI partnership members, again, please contact the program manager. While a strong application does not guarantee funding, providing comprehensive documentation will improve your chances of success. I hope you found this webinar helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the program manager or refer to the Massachusetts One Stop for Growth website for additional guidance. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to reviewing your applications.